yeah, welcome. Who had your back when you were young? Did you have one person that was in your corner that can shoot from the hip, tell you like it is, and pull no punches whatsoever? Did you have somebody that was going to tell you the truth? Or were you surrounded by a bunch of sugar coaters? You know what I mean? Those that's going to just gloss it up. Oh, poor baby. Some people need that type of person in their life. They need someone who's going to give them that glossed over version of reality. But some of us, we needed our truth raw and straight and uncut, no chaser. Yet that's the type of person I think every neighborhood needs. Someone who's going to tell you the unadulterated, the truth, and let you know that, hey, you're doing well. Hey, you are messing up. You are screwing up. Do you have a mentor like that in your life right here today? Because if you do, then I think you're in a good position to be able to help somebody else and pay it forward. If you think about it, what is a good neighborhood mentor? Understand what I mean when I say that. Some of us were led astray. And some of us were even told by the older generation, man, you got to put in work for the neighborhood. You got to get out here and you got to do X, Y, Z. You got to do your dirt. And that was very, very bad advice. It was horrible. So many people wound up in the prison system thinking that it was love. So many people wind up in dire straits out there on the streets trying to live by that code when there was somebody that was out there promoting that lifestyle. Do you even have those that are of an older generation, but man, they looking up to the young folk? Who are they going to help? I'm talking to all us with that, seniority in your beard, been around the block a couple of times. Did you have someone to tell you there is an error in your ways? And if you did, good. And if you did not, even greater, because you are in the best place to be able to hear something that might change your life going forward. So come on, cousins. Hey, and let's pod about it.
In a world fraught with confusion, one man will break his silence.
Show this side of the Pecos, baby. How you guys been doing? Who, me? I'm Terry Patrick. I'm your tour guide and your liaison for this journey that we call life. And man, I just stopped by on my way to greatness to tell you that you can be great too. I think the key to greatness is having somebody that can tell you the truth when it needs to be told. And sometimes the truth hurts. If you can't say amen, then just say ouch. I know that there are many people that have been in our lives, many people that we have trusted, and some of them have led us astray. That's why mentorship is so important. Did you have both parents in the house? I know that is not the topic of the day. We just want to talk about mentorship and talk about neighborhood mentors, but did you have both parents? Because it didn't matter. If you had at least one parent that was telling you the truth, were you hard-headed and just did not listen? Or did you have nobody? Well, I'm telling you right now, I had somebody, and I got to give it up for the people that were in my life. Give it up for Pops and Fat Mama. Hey, yes, these are the two people right here that brought me into this world and showed me what it is and what it ain't. And because of them, I can be who I am today. Mentorship, it is so important that Without it, man, you feel like you're alone, like you out there on an island just by yourself. And you don't have to be. There's a lot of good people out there that want to give back. But I think the divide between the age groups, it is widening. It is getting to the point where young folks, they don't want to listen to people who already may have walked up that rough side of the mountain for them. And they say, well, you can't tell me nothing because you don't live the way I do. And many points, they're right. Yeah, I didn't have all that stuff when I was growing up. Everything that you did was on social media and can be recorded, and everybody get to see the dirt you did. Oh my goodness! If you would have came around me and my crew with a camera, and you videotape it, oh my goodness, you get rent off the block. But nowadays, everyone has one in their pocket. What are you going to do? And if you have someone who is steering you in the wrong direction, you couldn't even look it up. So, those men and women who are trying to be upstanding pillars of their community and trying to help somebody who is young, and you finding that resistance, you're not alone. Don't give up the good fight. And don't you quit just because it's hard. No, hard work is only hard because people don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. And if I were to tell you, listen, it's $1 billion over here behind this wall over on this side. See that brick over there? Yeah, that stone wall. It's $1 billion over there. And I'll give you a sledgehammer. And I tell you, if you can get to that money, if you can get to the money's yours. What would you do? What would you do? Would you pick up that hammer and start swinging? I bet you would. And after about an hour, and you're just soaked and sweating and drenched in sweat equity, and I come to you and I let you know, hey, by the way, I forgot to tell you, there's somebody else on the other side of that wall, and they got a hammer too. What would you do then? Would you pick up the pace? Yeah, you wouldn't need a break time or a lunch time or a social media. Let me get on the phone and let me get a rest or a drink of water. None of that. You will slug that stone even harder. Why? Motivation. Motivation. Yeah, it's been said that, man, motivation, it doesn't last, does it? If I motivated you yesterday, then I got to motivate you again today. That's why inspiration works better. If I can inspire you, you can motivate yourself. Well, yes, motivation does not last, but neither does bathing. And that's why you have to do it daily. Every day you got to hit that water and put some soap in there too. Same thing with motivation, day in, day out. Who was your motivational force when you were young? Did you have that one person that can pull you to the side, snatch you by your collar, or somebody just tap you on your shoulder and say, come here, young man, young lady, come here, let me talk to you real quick. And you came and you listened. You didn't listen waiting for your turn to speak. Now you listen trying to get some new information, and you probably ask questions too. Asking questions is the number one way that an adult can get information that they didn't have before. I personally don't know what you don't know. And unless you ask me the question, I will never know. But you gather that information just by asking questions. So when someone pulls you to the side and you listen and you ask questions and you got clarity, did you use it? See, I always say knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Wasn't until one day a young man told me, and he said, and I've said this before, and I have no problem repeating and saying it again. Told me, Mr. Terry, you always say knowledge is power, but you know what? Knowledge is not power if you don't use it. It is useless. Knowledge, it is not power without you using it. It becomes useless. Out of the mouth of babes, I was like, what you say? Raise my rent and burn my biscuits. What did you say? Now I use that all the time. Did you get the knowledge? Or did you follow somebody else who was leading you down the wrong path. Man, we used to call them the OGs. And I got to give a shout out to some of the OGs that were in my life, man. A lot of my brother Jackie, his friends, he has some good friends. One was Philip Frazier. We called him Butch. And Butch, good dude. Told me a lot of good stuff. Helped me out sometimes when I really, really needed some help, you know. Gave me a ride one time and took me to a place that helped me get some help. Yeah, that's what Butch did. And Big Tim Holland, may he rest in peace. And Kevin Davis, yes, me and Kevin, we was out there doing dirt at different times around different nights and everything. But once we came together and we started having a meeting of the minds, I saw how intelligent that man is. Kevin Davis is so intelligent, man. That's one brother that can get himself a job. Trust me. Kev would go over there with nothing but an application and an interview and talk his way into a position. He was not real nice with the verbal skills. And he and I used to sit, and man, we used to have these conversations, and I still remember our talks. Much love to you, Kev. Appreciate you, my guy. A lot of good mentors, you know. And once there was a brother, I don't know if I should say his name, but I will tell you what he said. Saw me hanging on a corner, and it was late. I'm talking about I'm in high school, and I'm way out past my curfew bedtime, which I didn't really have one, but it was a certain time. If you're going to get up in the morning, you don't need to be out here if you're going to go to school. And he saw me out there. And this dude don't usually say anything to me, but he was one of the diehard OGs. And he came up to me. He was like, man, what are you doing? What are you doing out here? I'm like, man, I've been out here all day just hanging. He said, yeah, but all of us can't do bad. It got to be somebody to do good. And this came from a cat that I thought was, well respected and happy in his devilment. I thought he was cool with cutting the bug. Actually, he didn't. He had regret, and he saw something in me. He was like, go home, man. Go home. All of us can't do bad. Somebody. It got to be somebody to do good around this neighborhood. And I appreciate him. I thank him for what he had to say to me because it was the truth. Some of us had to do good. So what we really need is a neighborhood mentor. You need someone that has walked that walk and can talk your talk and tell it to you how you understand it. It doesn't have to be a bunch of slang and euphemism. You can break it down to the last compound and let them know from your heart and just tell the truth. But there's certain things that you must do if you want to be a mentor. Now, check this out. You can mentor people as far as their academic career. If you haven't been to college and that's not your forte, that's okay. All right. Maybe you can encourage them to be in school and seek a higher education through a higher academia by telling them what you did. And don't give them the highlight reel either. Give them the truth. Tell them, if you don't want to live the life I've lived, the life you should live is right there in front of you. Go for it. Go for it. Get to school and learn and be an open book and a blank slate and come out on the other end. And then positive behaviors. How can I tell somebody, Brother Terry? Come on, Cutting. How can I tell somebody how to do something positive when my life isn't positive? Or in the words of Tresh, how I'm going to talk about positive when positive ain't where I live. I look around and it's all negative and it's all bad. That is an example. You can show them that, yes, you see the trouble and the turmoil that is going on in this neighborhood. You see the rough and tumble life. You see how we have to scrape and scrap. But I'm here to tell you there is also love in this world. There is also some goodness. There's some people out there, young lady, young man, that are not struggling. Yes, and once you can get into them new circles and you can expand your concentric circle, and maybe you have to leave this environment, then you can elevate your thinking and get around some like-minded people. First things first is realize where you are. Anytime anybody wants to be a mentee of mine, I ask them 3 simple questions. Where are you? I mean, that is a loaded question. That can be considered as a powerful question. Where are you right now? What do you mean, where am I? I'm here with you. No, I'm not talking about just physically. I'm talking about spiritually, mentally, intellectually. Where are you? Where's your thinking process? Where are you as far as dealing with your own emotions? Can you even name them? You ask some people, hey, how you feel? I'm all right. What's all right? I'm good. Well, what does good look like? Can you describe your feelings? Do you know the difference? Have you ever seen a feeling chart? So you can tell me where you are right now. So now that you know where you are and I know where you are, and you want me to be your mentor, hey, where you come from? What's your background? Tell me your story. Because, see, if you want to get from there to the question number 3, where you going, I'm going to help you fill in the gaps by knowing where you are right now. I know where you came from. I know where you are. You just told me where you want to go, but I want you to dream bigger than that. Well, that's my dream, to have a apartment and a car. I feel like life is complete if I can do just those 2 things, apartment and a car. I'll be living. I'm like, well, listen, there's nuts and bolts to this. First of all, dream bigger than that. Don't just dream for a car, dream for the pink slip. Yeah, if you want to dream of a domicile, don't just dream of a 1-bedroom apartment. Dream of having your own dream home one day. Your own house, big enough that you have an extra room and be able to pay for it all. Don't just dream for the house, dream for the deed. Your dream should be so big it scares you to death. Don't just dream of having a bill. Dream bigger than that. Now that we have all those things together, maybe your dream and your goal is not financial whatsoever. I just want happiness. Now you're talking. Now you are talking. And now I got something I can sink my teeth into. And see, because what I want to do is be able to boost your self-esteem. I want to be able to boost up your confidence. I am. So thinketh the man, so is he. So he goes. So thinketh the man, so shall he do. So thinketh you. If you think it in your head, you can believe it. And if you can believe it, then you can achieve it. But first, you got to see it. Can you do those things? Because confidence is sexy. There's some people that ain't got what you think they have, but they move in a way that, you know what? I feel like I'm the most important person in any room. And that is very attractive. That will attract people. Yes, it will attract both sides too. The good, the bad, and the ugly. All of those would be attracted to you boosting up your confidence and your self-esteem. I don't need someone to pat me on my back. No, pat myself. Yes, I did well. No, I did not do well. I'm able to tell me the truth. See, you can lie to everybody else, but just don't lie to yourself. And a good mentor should help you to be able to do just that. And once you have talked about, I want to be able to dream big. I want to have the confidence to achieve said dream, but I want to expand my life experiences. Is there something beyond these 4 blocks that I live on? I grew up with people who believed that the other side of town was far. Yes, you get that small-minded mentality. You know, I've heard people speak, especially those living in a big metropolis, whether it be Chicago or Philly or New York or LA. They feel like, man, the other side of town is far. Now, geographically, it ain't that far. It ain't that many miles between Compton and Hollywood. But when you are trapped inside of a thinking process, trapped inside of a body that wants to kill you, that's what it is. The body is doing what the mind tells it to do. And if your mind is trapped, your body will follow. Free your mind and you free yourself. You're being controlled either by the environment or bombardment of bad intel. I look at it the same way as they used to break a horse. You know what they do? They put that iron bit right there in the tender part of the horse's mouth, and they have those reins, and when I pull one way, and that makes you pull that way. If I pull that rein here, it makes you go to the left. You will move out of pain and out of wanting that pain to stop. So when that rider, who is a small man on top of a big animal, takes it and yank them bad boys, yank them right into your tender part of your gums and holler, giddy up, take those steel spurs and stick them into your side, you will run. Life is like that. When I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to you in metaphors. I'm talking about one thing to get you to see another, hoping that you have the true vision to see a third. I ain't talking about a horse or a rider. I'm talking about a mindset that is controlling you and telling you, giddy up, head straight to the poorhouse, head straight to the penitentiary to get institutionalized, represent the set, stand up tall for the hood, giddy up. And then you have someone who comes into your life and say, aren't you sick of that pain? Whoa. And that hurts just as much. What do you mean stop? This is all I know. This is all I know how to do. Yeah, but there's a better way, young man, young lady. Come on, cousin. Let me pull you to the side. Or what we should call, let me pull your coattail. Let me tell you something. I want to tell you the truth. That's a dead end. Freedom ain't that way. No, that is a trapped lifestyle. Same thing where whether you using drugs or selling drugs or want to be a big supplier of drugs, that whole world, it's a trap. Oh, don't you fall for the old banana in the tailpipe. It's a trap. But you won't know that if you see everybody, riding around, man. They got these nice cars and sitting on these shiny rims, and they got the gold on, the big fat chains, and every time you see them, they crisp and clean. And every time that they step out the car, they look like they just drenched in money, somebody else's money. They got to re-up. They got to keep. It is a grind. You can make that same money, but it won't be fast money. Devil can give you things that God can give you, but devil won't let you keep them. He'll snatch them away. Why you think whores and pimps don't retire? No, ain't no 401k, no retirement plan for that. Jails, institutions, and death. Those are your choices. Jails, institutions, or death. So you got to get your mind right. You got to get your mind right. And it's a hard thing to do. There is the battlefield. And a good mentor can get you out of that, help you navigate around some of these lifestyle landmines that are sitting there waiting to blow you up. Can you take the truth, though? Too many people don't want to hear it. So it takes someone who has probably been through what you've been through, I want to speak to the people who want to be a mentor. First, you got to set some boundaries. Okay? Don't let that line get blurred. Tell them what I'm telling you. This is advice, but it is not the blueprint. I cannot guarantee you that happiness that you wanted. I can guarantee you that if you keep pursuing it, you will find it eventually, but don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle. And yes, I can help you to be able to get on your feet, but I will not be your main benefactor. I am not going to supply your lifestyle. I can't buy everything for you and give it to you. What I will be doing is crippling your growth if I do that, crippling you with good intentions. So set some boundaries. And also let them know that I am here for you, but I can spark new passions. What are you going to do with the spark? I can tell you where you need to go and show you one path, but you may find a better one. Let's just keep conversing with one another. I can help you get some social skills. But if I try to just bless you and tell you this is the only way for you to be successful, you know what I do? It is like the old man who was sitting in his rocking chair out there on his front porch watching the sunrise, having his morning cup of coffee, like he usually does. And he saw this little caterpillar. It was down there. It was struggling to get out of the cocoon, the shell. The man watched this struggle and sipped his coffee and watched that sunrise because that's what he enjoys doing. And after that, he had a second cup, which is something that he always does, but the caterpillar was still down there struggling. So he go get his needle nose pliers and say, I'm going to help you out, little fella. And he opens it up a little bit on one side, a little bit on the other side. Now you can get out. And it struggled and it struggled. He said, man, you're not making it. So let me open it up just a little bit more. And the caterpillar was able to get out. What do you think happened to that caterpillar? Drop it in the comment section. I'd love for you to be able to give me a like, a comment, or a subscribe to this channel. Throw it in the comment section. What do you think happened to that caterpillar? I'll tell you the answer to the riddle. That man helped him with good intentions, but the struggle of getting out of the shell, it was going to strengthen his body and really strengthen the core and make it have wings and turn it into a monarch butterfly. And because he took his little needle nose pliers and kept helping him with good intentions, that caterpillar got to crawl on his belly for the rest of his life and never get to fly around, never get to see the neighborhood or see the world. Yes, it's a metaphor. If people keep helping you every single step of the way, you will not be strong. You'll be weak and in need of help for the rest of your life. They got to just encourage you to no struggle, no progress, go through it, fight through it, and come out on the other side stronger. Those who have fell down are much stronger than those who have never fell before. If you've never hit the dirt, I can help you out, but I want you to stay there more than anything else. All right, you guys, that's my time. I'm glad that you tuned in here today. And I hope that if you would like to be able to give to this podcast, man, you are in a good place to help a good man do something great. All right. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. And I'll be right here on these same stations. I got your back like vertebrae. And hey, it's a jungle out there, but I'm going to keep swinging like Tarzan, all right? Everybody, find somebody, each one, help one. And if you're in need of help, don't be too proud to ask either. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Love, peace, and high catfish grease.
hope you like the podcast. And you really like the podcast.
Come on, be serious.